Hello students, my name is Arshia and I'm going to teach you science. In today's session, we are going to learn about human circulatory system. You have already learned about this system when you were in 6th standard. You got an idea that our body is having a system which is called as transporting system or circulating system. So the main function of that system is to transport all the materials to each and every cell of our body. In this chapter, you are going to learn some more details related to that chapter. So without wasting time, let's get started. Let us see the content of the chapter that we are going to study today. That is, first, what is circulatory system? Why do we need circulatory system? What are the parts of circulatory system? And the summary of the chapter. Summary as in whatever we have studied in today's session. So, first of all, I would like to let you know that the circulatory system is the most important part of our body. It consists of heart, blood vessels and blood. Your heart plays an important role in keeping you healthy, and the circulatory system is also called as delivery system because it delivers all the materials to each and every cell of your body. Okay. Now, when you exercise, you can feel that your heart is pumping very fast. You see, if you are doing any kind of exercise, if you are jogging, if you are running, whatever you are doing, you can feel that your heart starts to beat very fast. Our body is performing many more metabolic activities. Okay, let it be respiration, digestion. It's performing many more metabolic activities, and we know that each and every cell in our body is not accumulated at one place. So one cell may be far away from the other cell. So how they are interconnected? And in endocrine system as well, you have learned that the endocrine glands are located at a particular location. Okay, and those endocrine glands are releasing some chemicals. Those chemicals are called as hormones. Now, these hormones are much needed to be transported to this particular organ. Okay, so how these hormones will get transported to that particular organ? With the help of circulatory system. Now we know that in our circulatory system, we require a medium that is a pathway or a liquid. Okay, and that liquid which helps in transportation of all the materials in our body is our blood. Okay, so now if for example if that chemical, that hormone is needed, but for example it is needed into a particular organ, so how it will get transported to that particular organ? By circulatory system and with the help of blood. Okay, now we are going to study that why do we need circulatory system. So with the help of this diagram, I'm going to teach you why do we need circulatory system. This is our digestive system. First we'll learn about digestive system. So we eat food from our mouth and it gets digested in our intestine. The digested food releases some nutrients. Some nutrients are left behind in our body. Now those nutrients are required by our body for energy, right? So how those nutrients will be transported to our hands, to our legs? How it will get transported? With the help of circulatory system. The nutrients from intestine will get absorbed by blood in the circulatory system, and then those nutrients are going to get transported to each and every cell of our body. Okay, Now we will see second system. What is the second system? That is respiratory system. Our body is also performing respiration, right? Along with digestion. It is not that na case of digestion, only digestion is going to happen and not respiration will occur. Both, each and everything is happening in our body simultaneously. Okay. So the oxygen, what we are going to do in respiration, we are going to inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. So the inhaled oxygen, how it will reach to our arms, to our legs, how it will reach. So those oxygens are going to get absorbed by the blood, and those by the through the help of circulatory system, that is blood vessels, it will get transported to each and every cell. Okay, which means that we can say that even for respiration our body requires circulatory system. So do you understand the importance of circulatory system? It is required when our food is getting digested, so the nutrients are getting absorbed. It is required for absorption of oxygen and transporting it to each and every cells. That is the reason it is also called as transporting system. Now let us see another system which is called as excretory system. Okay, now in excretory system, what happens? Whatever food we have taken, whatever food we have eaten, the metabolic waste or the other waste will get collected with the help of blood, and through the collection of blood vessels it will get to the intestine, large intestine, and your metabolic waste will get removed by the form of urine. So now let us see what are the three main parts of circulatory system. So first is our heart. Okay, our body requires a pumping organ. Why? Let me explain. Okay, so for example, um, if we do not have a pumping organ, okay, if we do not have heart which is pumping blood in our body, so what will happen? With the help of gravity, all the blood will go downwards in our body. But how those bloods from legs will or from hands will go towards our heart? How it will go upwards? It will be an anti-gravity situation. So how that will happen? With the help of this pumping organ, that is our heart. That is the reason we require pumping organs, so that it can easily collect all the bloods from each and every part of the body and transport and circulate it throughout our body. Now for circulation of this blood, we require a pathway. So that pathway, that pipe-like pathway, is called as blood vessels, and those blood vessels transport blood to each and every cell of our body. The liquid, the medium that is getting transported in blood vessels is our blood. Okay, you have already learned, studied about the fluid connective tissue. Blood is also called as fluid connective tissue. When you have studied about this fluid connective tissue in your 7th standard. So these are the main components of circulatory system. Now let us summarize what we have studied today in today's session. First, the circulatory system is most important system in our body. It consists of heart, blood vessels and blood. Then we have studied why do we need circulatory system. Why do we need circulatory system? Because it helps in carrying the nutrients to each and every parts of the body. It helps in removing the waste, that is carbon dioxide as well as urea. And it helps also in chemical signals, like transporting our chemical signals, that is hormones, to each and every cell of our body. Okay. Then what we have learned? What are the three main components of our circulatory system? That is our heart. Why? Because it creates the necessary pressure to move the blood even in anti-gravity direction. Then blood vessels. Why blood vessels is important? Because the pumped blood can be transported. It requires a pathway, right? Our body cannot be left over like it cannot have blood in each and every part of our body. It requires a pathway to be transported for respiration, for digestion, for the main functions, for chemical signaling. And what is getting transported from these blood vessels? Blood. The blood is also called as fluid connective tissue. So this is all for today's session. Thank you very much.